Welcome to 6th grade Accelerated Math Just-in-Time video. This video will include useful information to get us started this first 9 weeks. Our newly and improved scope and sequence now allows for extra days for teachers to catch up, assess students and/or use this time to review. These days are embedded within our calendar days. In Module 1, students compose familiar numbers and shapes into less familiar or more complicated ones. They decompose large numbers and complex shapes into smaller numbers and simpler shapes to perform calculations. As students become more flexible with how they see shapes and numbers, they will better understand their structure, which in turn will enable them to develop strategies for solving problems across mathematical domains. In Module 2, students are expected to think of situations in relative rather than in absolute terms. This is the essence of developing proportional reasoning. Developing proportional thinking requires time and a variety of experiences that make use of multiplicative comparisons. In order for students to be successful, students should be able to generate equivalent numerical expressions using order of operations. Generate equivalent expressions using the properties of operations. Order sets of rational numbers. Multiply and divide positive rational numbers and use equivalent fractions, decimals, and percents. In Module 2, students should be able to consider the different ways in which quantities can be related to each other. Reason with tape diagrams, strip diagrams, double number lines, ratio tables, and graphs to determine whether ratios are equivalent or to calculate equivalent ratios. In order for students to be successful in Module 2, students should be able to consider the different ways in which quantities can be related to each other. Reason with tape diagrams, strip diagrams, double number lines, ratio tables, and graphs to determine whether ratios are equivalent or to calculate equivalent ratios. These are some of the academic vocabulary students will be working with. These might be prior knowledge for some students and others will be introduced throughout the unit. These are some of the academic vocabulary students will be working with in Module 2. Performance tasks are available for each module, but they are optional. An example of an activity for Module 1 is, students will have to multiply or divide positive rational numbers to calculate answers, determine the reasonableness of suggested answers, and find unit rates, ratios for given situations. This concludes our first 9 weeks. Don't forget to enjoy your digital resources offered by our district, which you have access to, such as My Carnegie Learning. Here you will find your digital student and teacher Carnegie Learning textbook editions in Madhya. For more resources, please visit EPISD Schoology or contact your designated Math CTC or Math facilitator. Thank you for watching.